is Thursday. It is the 13th of July. It's a little after 9. Got a handful of places I need to go today. Haven't decided where I'm at yet today. I feel the potential to be drawn into a variety of different scenarios, but I haven't chosen a path, and that's good and bad. I haven't chosen anything to put my focus on, but it's leaves you susceptible to being distracted or sucked into circumstances that are not necessarily conducive to where you're trying to go. So we're passing a spot here that I'm interested in as far as opening this new business. Haven't heard anything from the leasing agent for that building yet. Had some interest as to whether or not the owner was willing to work with one of the two concepts I have as potential for moving forward, and emailed him yesterday to see if he had any kind of an update or heard anything, and he still hadn't heard anything back yet. He was going to look into it a little bit farther. Thought he would be able to get back to me maybe by Friday. I think he had something else going on here, but so that's there. And for me, time is a killer. Nothing has killed more of my ambitions in life than time. I'm very susceptible to the perception of time. I always have been. Tuesday this week was a perfect example of that. We had Office Development Day scheduled. I've been looking forward to it for weeks. It was going to be my 4th week in a row with not having to work a full week, not having a full week in the office. But at this time of the year, as busy as it is, July and August are the busiest time of the year every year. And this year it has been busier than all the previous years. So the last couple of years I've been able to develop myself and develop ways to not allow the stress and the frustration and the perception of not having enough time. I've figured out how to manipulate that and be able to get through that. And last year I was successful. It got stressful, but I maintained. And there were little things along the way, and I documented it. I've recorded about it, so it's there. Little tricks and little things I did along the way to help maintain it. How I made a point of catching myself when I was slipping a bit and kept myself from falling down, so I didn't have to pick myself up again. But you still have to maybe take the time to catch your balance, which requires work, requires focus, requires will and desire, but it's easier than picking yourself back up when you fall down completely. So I've modified myself. I've conditioned myself over the last couple of years, and it always takes a few weeks. Through June is always like, all right, we're back in this again, and it's like interval training. You're hardcore for a period of time, and you're done, and you're like, oh, holy shit, I need a break, and you cool down, and you got your break, and then you're watching that clock, and you're like, all right, your next hardcore interval's coming up, and you're like, I'm not ready yet. June is kind of like that. June is like a smack in the face in this business. It's like, all right, well, we're getting back into this again. You get your mind right again. You get your revert back to your conditioning, and then you can do it, and the steps and the things that you did in the past to get through it. But this year's been busier, so getting into July, and I took when Stefan first got here, I took a Monday and a Friday off, which gave me 2 4-day work weeks, which wasn't a big deal because it was toward the end of June, real busy at the beginning of the month, and it starts to taper off toward the end of the month. And the last week before the end of the month is that calm before the storm. And you know that the last day of the month, everybody's going to be turning their keys and everything's going to go wild again. So no issues there. Was able to take those days off, and then we had 4th of July, first week in July, but the first ended up being on the weekend, so people turned their keys on that weekend, and then we were open on Monday. 4th was on Tuesday, so then we were off, and then getting into Wednesday was the 5th, so we're 5 days into the month, and we were nowhere near where you probably should be for this time of year. Anyway, but I was working my way through it. I wasn't allowing it to bother me. I was maintaining that separation. I was maintaining my mentality. A long time ago, more than a year ago, I decided I didn't need to have to deal with angry and frustrated owners and tenants, and it was one of the things that was really, really bothering me, really bringing me down. Is getting sucked into these dramas, and the more I maintained that mindset, the more I'm like, I don't need it, I don't want it. I didn't focus on what I didn't want. I just focused on I want to come to work and not deal with those stresses. I want to come to work and do what I need to do without distractions, and I focused on that, and that's what happened. It slowly dawned on me after a couple months, I'm not getting these things anymore. Everybody else is getting them, but I'm not, which is fantastic for me. It extended my shelf life for my job, because I'm on borrowed time now. I'm in that zone now where I've pushed myself to this limit, to this breaking point where I can't do it anymore. I don't want to do it. I don't want to have to constantly maintain this. I want to do something that makes me happy and potentially benefits other people beyond myself. It's the whole concept behind Sage Gourmand. It's embracing life and doing anything and everything you can to enjoy it and make the most of it. And that's where I want to be. That's what I want to do. And I feel, I guess I've talked about it over the last month or so, 2 months. I have an obligation that I need to fulfill to get through these busy months. So I'm trying to maintain, but I'm potentially really just a ticking time bomb, because I'm not going to take any shit. I'm just not. And it got to that point a little bit on, not a little bit, it got to that point on Tuesday, because we had this office development day planned, and I was planning on that being my 4th week in a row of 4-day weeks, and but I was behind on everything. I was just not able to keep up. And in the past, I've stayed late or skipped my lunch in previous years during this time, and I don't like it. It makes me unhappy, it makes me crappy. So I'm not doing it. At 5 o'clock, I'm leaving. I'm going home, and I'm taking my hour lunch. And this is the first year that I've stayed that course and not given in, because I make those decisions based in stress, and then my health suffers. But I was getting to the point on Tuesday where my stress was so high that I was making myself ill again. I mean, I felt like I had the flu on Tuesday, and it was really difficult to focus on all the things that I needed to do and still try to knock that out of my head, that to get that stress out there. And I fell into that same trap that I always fall into, and that's this perception of time. Like, I don't have enough time to do the things I need to do. There's not enough time, and I start to panic, and I start to feel the anxiety, and then I start to become very, very short-tempered, and every little thing will set me off. And I was like, all right, I had set this kind of a standard for myself coming into Tuesday. I knew I was realistically about 2 weeks behind on everything. There were things that I still had on my plate to do that should have been done a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. It's like, if I can get these things done that should have been done 2 weeks ago, the things that should have been done last week, I'm all right with skipping out on and putting off till tomorrow. Because I really wanted to be a part of this office day. And but that time perception, again, it's a killer for me. I got up in the morning, I'm like, all right, I have 2 hours, closing the office at 10. If I can get in there at 8 o'clock and just to stay here, and I'm going to take care of the things that I need to take care of, and that's it. And it ended up working out, and they ended up coming to talk to me, and they're like, all right, well, we understand. Wish you could come, and it worked out. And I lived that whole morning feeling that pressure of time. I had that 2-hour window that I had set for myself, and I woke up feeling, all right, well, it's not enough time. It's not enough time. It's not enough time. And as I'm moving, I'm like, I don't have enough time to do this. It's just, and I can't get out of that mindset. It's really, really difficult. And you really have to just stop everything, slow things down. But it was that additional factor that was what was killing me. It was the fact that I was going to be taking time out of the office that wasn't necessary. It would have been fun. It would have been beneficial for me to go out and probably do those things, but I wouldn't have been able to relax. I wouldn't have been able to enjoy it. I would have been focused on what I wasn't getting done. So in my mind, I created that restraint, that restriction of time, and I lived in that all morning long. And once I made the decision that I'm not going to go, it alleviated a little bit, but I still felt that pressure. It's just like, there's not enough time. Even with the whole day, I just don't have enough time. And I really focused. Everything I was doing, I was working on one thing, but I was telling myself, there's time, I have time to do this. Once I got the four or five things done that I really felt like I needed to, some of the pressure washed away, and I ended up being about noon. I'm like, all right, now I have time, and I was able to really believe that and embrace it. As much as I'd been telling myself all morning, I have the time, there's plenty of time to get all this done, I just wasn't feeling it. I couldn't talk my way through it. And again, it affected my health. I felt like I felt feverish, I felt nauseous. I didn't eat any breakfast because I couldn't eat anything. My stomach was upset. It was bad all the way around. And but it was reflective of where I'm at now in this position. I'm ready to go. But I got everything for the most part. Took a big chunk out of all the things that I needed to get done. And then we went in yesterday. No big deal. I took care of some more stuff, and I feel like at this point in the month, I'm almost to where I feel like I should be based on our normal standards. But I mean, this is a busier time of the month, so the standards don't quite equate the same way. So there's a little bit of leeway, there's a little bit of flexibility, but I feel like I'm in a much better spot now. I have one move out to do that I got keys, several days ago, and I'm not as far behind on those as some of the other ones I had getting into last week and beginning of this week. But still, I mean, normal guidelines, I would want to do those within a day or so. And now it's several days. And I honestly don't even remember. It could possibly even have been, there's a date right on it. So we got it on the 7th. So that was last week. Yeah, so it's creeping up on a week now that I've had this, but it's not critical. They turned in keys early. I anticipate it being in good condition. We've got it's not critical. It's not an issue that's really going to cause any kind of problems, other than the actual timing of it. The date that I received it is compared to the date that I actually got out there. But anyway, so the whole last couple of weeks has been reminding myself not to get sucked into those dramas, not to start perpetuating those circumstances. In the meantime, there's been a lot of conflict. There's been a lot of combative owners, not with me, because I created a reality weeks and months, maybe even a year ago, that I didn't want to have that in my reality anymore. It just wasn't me. So I don't get those calls anymore. Not because I told somebody, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. I just said, I want to work this job, and I want to do it without having those types of interactions. I don't want that conflict. I don't want that stress. I want to do it this way, and I've been very careful on how I create that in my mind, of not focusing on what I don't want, but just focusing on what I want. I want to get into work, and I want to work and do it without arguments. I want to do it very leisurely, pleasurable, and the arguments can go to somebody else. And they have. I have lived that existence at work now for months and months and months. But I'm starting to see, and I didn't pick up on it until yesterday, is they're still happening. And they're happening more and more and more. But it's the people around me that are perpetuating these. And I mean, even hearing them saying, I've got nothing but angry owners. I've got nothing but unrealistic expectations. They're calling and they're complaining every day about this, and this. And I used to have to deal with those things. They used to call me, and they don't anymore. It doesn't come to me anymore. But then they're coming to me going, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, sorry. And it's almost funny to me that those things are happening, and it's not happening to me. But so I kind of went off a little bit there, topic, a little bit off course. Don't even remember what I was intending starting. Oh yeah, I remember, because I wasn't sure where I was going. I was kind of at this crossroads. But so the good thing is I'm trying to maintain this mental positive attitude. I'm trying to identify and remind myself of the things I don't want, but not focus on those things, because you continue to draw those things into your life. I'm continuing on, I figure out what I don't want, and I figure out what the opposite is of that, and then that's what I've been trying to focus on. And it's hard to verbalize when I say I don't want to deal with angry owners, because I've identified that, and I just say, when I get to work, I want to be happy. I want to have, as much fun as possible. I want it to be easy, and I want to have interactions with people that are positive. I don't, and again, not focusing on the I don't want this. It's focusing on I want them to be positive interactions, and those negative interactions are being picked up by other people, and then they're falling into that same trap of, well, this, I don't want to do this anymore, and why is this happening, and this is driving me crazy, and it's just snowballing for them. And I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just going to continue to do what I do to get through the next couple of months while I try to get this business up and running. And I'm just going to cut it off there, because I could take this any number of directions, but I have other things I need to do, and no sense starting down a verbal path that I might not be able to finish right now. So that's it.